Cloud computing and outline. What is cloud computing? Cloud computing technology is used by both small and large organizations to store the information in cloud and access it from anywhere at any time using the internet connection. Cloud computing architecture is a combination of service-oriented architecture and event-driven architecture. Cloud computing architecture is having two parts. One is front end and another one is back end. The front end is having by the client. It contains client-side interfaces and applications that are required to access the cloud computing platform. The front end includes web servers like Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorers, thin and fat client tables and mobile devices. And the next one is backend. The backend is used by the service provider. It manages all the resources that are required to provide cloud computing services. It includes a huge amount of data storage, security mechanism, virtual machine, deploying models, servers, traffic control mechanism, and etc. So we are having the architecture of cloud computing at the below. And the next one is the components of cloud computing, which is having client infrastructure, application, and service. The first one is client infrastructure. Client, it is having a front-end component. It provides graphical user interface to interact with the cloud. Second one is application. It may be any software or platform that a client wants to access. And the third one is service. It manages that which type of service you access according to the client's requirement. And the third one is the cloud computing services, which are all offered by the cloud computing. The number one is software as a service, which is called as SaaS. It is having a application runs directly through the web browser. We don't require to download and install these applications. Example, Google Apps, Salesforce, Dropbox, Slack, HubSpot, Cisco WebEx. And the next one is platform as a service, which is known as Cloud Platform Service, which is shortly called as PaaS. It is quite similar to SaaS, but the difference is it provides a platform for software creation. By using SaaS, we can access software over the internet without the need of any platform. Example, Windows Azure, Force.com, and we are having OpenShift. And the next one is infrastructure as a service, which is shortly known as IaaS. It also known as cloud infrastructure services. It is responsible for managing applications data, middleware, and runtime environment. Example, Amazon Web Services, EC2, Google Compute Engine, Cisco Metapro. And the last one is X as a service, which is also known as anything as a service and shortly called as XaaS. These are the few examples which are all using as a cloud. Example, YouTube and SkyDrive, Flickr, PhotoBucket, iCloud, Tumblr, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and we are having Twitter, X. And we also having a lot of things related to cloud storage and cloud services. And the next one is cloud deployment models. We are having four kind of deployment model. One is public cloud. This describes cloud computing where resources are dynamically provisioned on an on-demand self-service basis over the internet via the web applications or web services. OpenAI from a third-party provider who builds on a utility computing basis. And the next one is private cloud. This cloud environment is often the first step for a corporation prior to adapting a public cloud initiative. It has discovered the benefits of containing shared services on virtualized hardware deployed from the primary data center service local and remote users. And the third one is hybrid cloud. This environment consists of some portions of computing resources on-site and off-site. Off-site is called as public cloud and on-site is on-premises. By integrating public cloud services, users can leverage cloud solutions for specific functions that are too costly to maintain on-premise, such as virtual server disaster recovery, backups, test development, and environments. And the last one is community cloud. This is formed when several organizations with similar requirements share common infrastructure. Costs are spread over fewer users than a public cloud, but more than a single tenant. That's all about the overlooking of cloud computing services and cloud computing architecture and the deployment models.